And we back. And ladies and gentlemen, I am broke once again. See, y'all love to see when a brother has no money in his wallet, when he only got $15. Ha, I got you today. Because we got more than $15, because we have 30. I doubled the challenge. Somebody sent me this graphic. I mean, actually, a lot of people sent me this graphic, and it was cool, but I gotta throw my own little spices, my own little flavor into it. So I doubled the budget, and I also doubled the amount of players. So usually when we do these type of things, it's like, make your dream starting 5 with $15. But I was like, you know what? Let's do a whole rotation, 10-man rotation, $30. Like I said, I was spammed with this graphic for last couple weeks. So unfortunately, I don't know who the first person was to send it to me. And I try to give credit to people. So I'm sorry if this was you. I really apologize. I went back to a lot of my tweets to try to see when this first started, and I couldn't find it. So I apologize. So be sure to leave a like with the video. In the description, there's links to my other channels. Go subscribe there. My Kenny channel, the one where I'm doing my career, is getting more likes per video than this channel. What the? Come on, show them boys over there that y'all really come deep. Pause and like this video. So here's the graphic. It says $15 to build a team. Again, I doubled that. I put my own little spice to it. It also says maximum 2 people per era. That's impossible when we changed it. So I got rid of that rule. All players at their peak. Modern rules, no position restrictions, only pick players shown below. So the original graphic guy, that is his ad. So let me introduce y'all to our pool of people. They broke it into 3 different eras: the modern era, the classic era, and the antique era. And yes, antique is right, because a lot of these players, obviously I didn't get to see because I was born in the 90s, but like I don't even know much about. Like I know some of the names, obviously. I know Earl the Pearl Monroe, but I couldn't tell you much about Earl the Pearl Monroe. I know Sam Jones. I know he won a lot of championships, but I couldn't tell you what Sam Jones excelled at, so I couldn't put him to my team because I don't know. Is he a great defender? He probably was a great defender because he played in between the 50s and the 70s, and it seems like everybody was a great defender. Oh, is everybody just trash and it made the defense look better? See, I'm thinking 2 steps ahead. Bill Sherman? I know he played for Philly. And I say I know, and that could be wrong. Somebody can fact check that. So there are a lot of players in the antique era that I didn't know much about. So let me break it down. Each of these era has their GOAT candidate that's worth $7. We have LeBron for the modern. We have Michael Jordan for the classic, and the antique have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The new Kareem Abdul-Jabbar card is really a GOAT card. If you know, you know. So let me break it down how I saw things, okay? My point guard positions. You need 2 point guards, you get it. The 2 point guards I went with today, if you look at modern and you look at the $1 option, you may notice a KOT for a Q fan favorite, literally my favorite basketball player ever to pick up a basketball. MVP Derrick Rose for $1. Again, this is everybody at their peak. And at the peak of Derrick Rose, he was the best player in the league. Can't tell me otherwise. That's why he got the trophy. So for $1, steal. $1 steal. My other point guard position, I still went relatively cheap. Obviously, there's amazing point guards here like Steph, Chris Paul, Magic Johnson, John Stockton, Jerry West, Walt Frazier. But I went kind of cheap, but I went to the classic era. And I went with Gary Payton, the glove. Derrick Rose was never known as an elite defender. Not even close to it. But the glove? The glove can be the point guard into the game when Derrick Rose defense ain't really there. Oh, did I tell you what today's goal was? Let's go 82-0. That's what we're doing today. We're trying to go 82-0. We're trying to build that perfect roster. So those are my 2 point guard positions. I went cheap because I wanted to spend $7. Yeah. One of the GOATs. One of the GOATs. Is it going to be LeBron? Is it going to be MJ? Is it going to be Kareem? Yeah, okay, you know the answer to that. It's Jordan. It's my GOAT. Michael Jeffrey Jordan is coming to the team for $7. Now, part of me wanted to go with the $6 option and get mini Jordan, which is of course Kobe Bryant, but I don't want to do that today, okay? I just went with Michael Jordan for $7. So if you're keeping track of my money, that is $9 spent at the moment, $21 left to spend. Now, my other shooting guard position. A lot of great options in the shooting guard position. When you look at it like this, on this type of graphic, you can really tell how great the shooting guard position has been throughout the history of basketball. Even though they got Big O as a shooting guard, I really don't see him like that. You know, I've always seen him as a point guard. My other shooting guard position, I still went kind of expensive. It's a guy that Michael Jordan got matched up against in the playoffs later in his career. You saw it in The Last Dance. A guy that was clutch. I went with Reggie Miller. I went with Riggy. Okay. I went with Reggie Miller. Riggy, he was a 99 overall. That would have been cheating. So I went with Reggie Miller for $5. And you know, Reggie Miller's not in 2K, so I had to download a version of Reggie Miller. So I did that, $5. Now, if I'm doing some quick mathematics, is that $14 spent already? Yeah, so we're about halfway through our budget, and we only done 2 positions so far. So I have to continue to go cheap. At the small forward position, I went back to the modern era, and for $1, there's Meta World Peace and Carmelo Anthony. Okay, I don't know why they're on the same tier. Ron Artest was really good. He still went on Melo level. $1 for Melo? Deal. In prime Melo, we're taking it back to Denver. In 2K, he's like a 94 overall. I'll take that. A supreme bucket getter. That's what I know from Melo. He is a supreme bucket getter. And for $1, easy steal. My other small forward position, well, I went back to the classic era. A guy that won multiple championships. He's iconic for being really good, but also wearing some goggles. Yeah, you understand me. James Worthy, welcome to the team. For $2, James Worthy for $2, and then I get to put MJ and James Worthy back on the same team like it's college. Like it's college. $2 well spent. These are gonna give me a headache, so we taking them off. Either way. Now we get to our power forward position. Let me do some quick maths. $7 for MJ, $5 for Reggie. That's going to put us at $12. We got $2. That's $14, $15, $16, $17 spent at the moment. So, you know what? I got a little bit of cash to spend. I'll be going on a budget for most of this. Next, at the power forward position. I stayed in the classic era. You notice how the antique era hasn't got much love for me. And now that I look at it, it hasn't gotten any love so far. It will get love eventually. Trust me, it will get love eventually. But again, what did Dolph Sayers do? I don't know. I can't put him on my team. I can't. Power forward position. Listen, I went with $5, man. From the classic era, Charles Barkley, the round mound of rebound. Yeah, prime Charles Barkley won MVP, obviously. Very great player. You know, maybe he can help MJ win a ring now. You know what I'm saying? Charles Barkley never got that jewelry, and I can help Charles Barkley get the jewelry. And I can say that about a decent amount of people on here. Especially if you played in the classic era, you probably had to go against Magic in the 80s, and you had to go against MJ in the 90s, so you didn't get a ring. So that's counting Gary Payton, Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley. The next guy on my list that I'm taking for $1, a power forward. And he is in the modern era. He came into the league during the classic era, but he blossomed in the modern era. For $1, I'm going with Chris Webber. I don't think a lot of people realize, or the younger generation realize, how good Chris Webber was at his peak. And the fact that he's not in the Hall of Fame right now is really a shame, because as a pure basketball player, he deserves to be in there. I understand you never won a championship. I literally have a poster of Chris Webber and Jason Williams. I mean, some of y'all may not see it as part of the office, but you know, you got KD in Seattle, all caps when you spell that man name, Rudy Gobert and Joel Embiid. I custom made this Kobe one. I love it so much. We have the Bulls, All-Star Weekend, James Harden and Russell Westbrook, and Jimmy Butler. But the reason I brought you this is because C-Web is a big part of my NBA fandom, so I had to get him. So with that being spent, we have $7 left for our 2 center positions. My first center, I'm going cheap. This is the first player from the antique era, and I am unapologetic about it. Because again, I don't really... Dave Cowens, I know the My Team card, but I don't... You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should actually do some research about these guys and try to watch some old footage of them. Either way, for $1, I went with George Mikan. You know what I'm saying? He's an Illinois native. I drove past his high school a couple months ago, and he got a big old statue out there. I was like, what the? George Mikan was from here? And I think that was in Joliet, Illinois. I don't remember what side of the state I was in. But George Mikan for $1. We used to have the Mikan drills. I'm sure some of y'all hoopers know the Mikan drill, where you under the rim, you, go up on the left side, go up on the right side, boom, boom, boom. So that leaves us with $6 to spend for our last center, and I'm going back to the modern era. Come on, man. The most dominant player I've ever seen play with my own eyes. Talking about his force, Shaquille O'Neal. So that is my $30 spent. Derrick Rose, Gary Payton, MJ, Reggie Miller, Carmelo, James Worthy, Charles Barkley, Chris Webber, George Mikan, and Shaquille O'Neal. All right, y'all ready to do the 2K? Okay, leave a like first. Leave a like. And here my boys are. You know we had to throw them on the Bulls. There's too much Bulls connections here. That's the one thing I just ask y'all in the videos. I know some of y'all don't like to see every video be with the Bulls. Let me have this. Please. I don't ask for much around here. I ask for you to subscribe. Ask for you to like the video. And let me use the Bulls when I want to. That's all. That's all we want over here on KOT4Q. But you saw the roster. It's looking good, man. Melo's going to start at small forward for us. It was between him and, of course, James Worthy. Here's our Charles Barkley character in 96 overall. They got him at 6'5". I honestly think he was 6'6", but we'll keep him at 6'5". I don't think it's going to matter too much. But they got him pretty good, man. They got him pretty good. And this is the one thing I don't love about it. Charles Barkley having an A three-pointer, when in reality, he just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He eventually got to the point, I think his career high in threes in the game were like 6 or something. So he eventually got to the point where he could make them, but I wouldn't have him as an A-. But I just downloaded the most downloaded one, and this is what it gave us. All right, center, you saw us make Shaquille O'Neal 98 overall. Shaq. I hope the new systems, whether it be PS5 or yada yada, have like cyber faces that are to a T. Because though this does look like Shaq, it doesn't look like Shaq at the same time. I can't be the only one that don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can tell it's Shaq, but it also doesn't really look like Shaq. I need to a T the best possible face skins, and that's why I do a lot of my videos now on PC. I'm not doing it today, but you can download somebody else's version of Shaq, and it'll look way better than 2K developers. Then we have Gary Payton off the bench, James Worthy, George Mike in here, C. Webb, and Riggy Miller. Riggy Miller, and then off the bench. Oh, these guys don't matter because they'll never get PT. But my favorite part of doing videos with the Bulls, right here, just like a load off the shoulders, just firing that man. Whew. All right, I'll just bring in a random coach. I didn't even get to see what type of system fits. Oh, 7 seconds or less is literally a perfect system proficiency. I don't think there is a free agent staff member that is 7 seconds or less, and it is not. That's unfortunate. Where's Mike D'Antoni when you need him? I don't understand. I mean, okay, I understand why 2K has that system in the game because it's obviously ran. Well, you know what? Actually, 2K, you get a W there because don't give it to any other coach because no other coach does it like Mike D'Antoni. So actually, big W for 2K on that. That's the only thing I'm giving a W to 2K about. All right. So let me just make sure he keeps it at a 10-man rotation. They want to put GP in the starting lineup with MJ. They just went defense heavy. Put in GP, put in James Worthy over Melo. I'm okay with the James Worthy over Melo personally, but I do want. Can I have that one too? Can I just have Derrick Rose starter? You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking for that much. Let's get the simulated games. First game's because the Charlotte Hornets. And oh man, Charlotte wasn't ready for this butt kicking, baby. Whew, where's Bismack? Bismack Biyombo, 9 points, 3 rebounds, a block. Shout out to Busy, man. But Melo off the bench in just 23 minutes was like, you know what, coach? You're going to take my starter spot away? I'm gonna teach y'all today. I'm going to teach y'all. And he put up 25 off the bench. MJ puts up 24, 9, and 7 with 2 steals and a block. Beautiful. Let's go a week into the season. Again, our goal is to go 82-0. I've not done it yet. I have not done it yet. This might be the season. This might be the team to put together the 82-0. So second game of the season, D'Anthony Melton led that. We're actually clamping. The Knicks were the first team. It took us the fourth game to allow a team to score over 100 for us. George Mikan off the bench said, I'm going to get mad. He only averaged a 10. It's okay. It's been about 65 years since he's picked up a basketball. I'm going to cut him some slack. I'm just going to cut him a little bit of slack. It's been about 65 years since he's picked up a basketball. Yeah, you can do the math if you want to. I don't even know if that's right. Charles Barkley right there is doing pretty good. Shaquille O'Neal. Hold on. MJ 9 points, 8 shot attempts. I'm guessing though. Hold on. How many minutes per game are these guys playing? Oh, they're still getting their real minutes. Okay. All right. I'm going to simulate and hopefully we don't see an L ever. And we're going to mess around to be the best defensive team in the history of basketball. We have only one game so far this season. Oh, I got to stop simulation for this one. 151. Gave up 84. Oh, my God. Man. This is the best defensive team in NBA history. Obviously, we got so many great defenders. We have MJ, Defensive Player of the Year. We have Gary Payton, Defensive Player of the Year. James Worthy, all defensive teams. Like, I'm just saying. How many times? Oh my God. The Knicks put up 57. 57. Their highest scorer had 9. Oh my God, bro. That's clamps. That is literally the definition of putting the clamps on, bro. Whew. Like the Utah Jazz in that one championship game. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, I'm going to keep going. And if anything crazy happened, the Bucks, Giannis had to be the one to give us over 100. If anything crazy happened, I'll be back. All right, we're almost there, y'all. We are almost there. We are absolutely destroying teams. I have not seen a single game where I've been watching that was within 15, 20 points, honestly. None of these games were even close. And we may have done it. Built the perfect lineup. I cannot wait to see what our point differential was. I cannot wait to see how many people made the All-Star game. That's interesting. And we better have the MVP. There's no way your team goes 82-0 and you don't deserve the MVP award. I'm sorry. Somebody deserves it. It's probably going to be Jordan. You know, or Shaq. Shaq's a 98 overall, bro. Shaq's a 98 overall, and he's a dominant center. And 2K loves players like him because he's going to get you he's going to average a double-double. I don't know if Jordan's averaging a double-double. Last game. Please don't blow this. The Celtics ain't got it like that. They don't have it like that. 82-0 is done. Let's go, man. And Luka still wins MVP. Wow. We get no awards other than Coach of the Year? Come on, dog. Nobody on the All-NBA first team. Not Jordan. Second team. Nobody. Third team. Nobody. We got 2 players in the all-defensive team, Shaq and MJ. But you trying to tell me MJ averaging 18, 8, and 2 steals, and his team going 82-0 wasn't better than... Oof. Bro, D'Angelo Russell probably didn't even make the playoffs. Who cares about his 27 points per game? They really did this to us. Wow. Now we just have to continue to destroy the league. Yeah, D'Angelo Russell didn't even make the playoffs. How are you all NBA player without making the playoffs? How many times that happened in NBA history, y'all? Here are our numbers. Jordan, he had to be an all-star, right? It's MJ. All-star 2020, yes. All-star for Derrick Rose. All-star for Gary Payton. All-star for Melo. Shaq, all-star. James Worthy, all-star. George Mikan. It's been a big drought from 1954 until now. No all-star appearances. Chris Webber, no all-star. Charles Barkley, yes all-star. Reggie Miller, no. So I wonder why. Well, you know what? The guys, they didn't average any points, you know? So that makes sense. Steals per game. We had good defenders, man. Derrick Rose even averaged a steal and a half. Gary Payton is steal and a half. Blocks per game, Shaq with 2.5. Our lead and shot taker was MJ, then Derrick Rose. They knew that this was Chicago team. They was like, we are Chicago. We are. And we're going to take our shots. And obviously, Jordan's not from Chicago, but he's a Chicago win for what he did for the city. All right. Let's go 12-0. Let's go 12-0 in the playoffs, and we count this video a big-time W because what did Jordan and them say? Don't mean a thing without the ring. Yes, it doesn't mean a thing without a ring. So 4-0 in the first round. Second round, we're going against the Toronto Raptors. They're usually a pretty good playoff team, so if we can sweep them, I'm feeling pretty confident as long as we don't have to go against Luka in the championship. All right, there it is. 2 rounds to go. 8 total wins is all we need. 8-0. Oh, I didn't even look at point differential. That was super important just a couple seconds ago. Hold on. League standings. Our point differential was 42. 42, y'all. We allowed only 93 points per game this season. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Then our offense, 135 PPG. Sheesh. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. All right, we're going to the championship. We're going against LeBron or Kawhi? We're going against Kawhi and company. Game 1 is a win. 2 is a win. 3 is a win. And 4. The perfect team. And Shaquille O'Neal wins Finals MVP. He shot 50% from 3. Where? Why? He was 0 for 1 in Game 1. Game 2. Where is he at? Didn't hit 1, didn't attempt 1. Game 3, he didn't hit 1, didn't attempt 1. Game 4, he was 1 for 1. Why did Shaquille O'Neal take 2 threes? Late shot clock is the only explanation I can think of. Because his 3-point rating is a 27. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video, man. I love these videos. So just be sure to leave a like and I'll bring more, okay? Thank y'all. Peace.